Our situation doesn't look good. The pirate attack has knocked out our generators and disabled the planetary defense system. This cannon was our only weapon capable of taking out orbiting ship. We need you and the other hunters to get the generators back online and restore power to the cannon so we can repulse this assault. I'm uploading the generator coordinates to you now. Good hunting.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. In the last episode we met some of the other hunters, learned that there's been a virus that's taken down Aurora unit, and then promptly got attacked by the space pirates. This episode, as you can see, we've come down to the planet, and it's our goal to get everything up and running again. So, there's loads of shit we can scan here, but the one that's actually important to scan is not there. Where the fuck am I? Am I in the right place? I am in the right place. There's nowhere else I could be on this. Well, either way, if we shoot the various targets, we can open this door. Oh, it must be through here. Yeah, it is. There we go. So this is quite nice. First, it gives you data on planet Norion, which is a scan. And then secondly, just up and up gives you an upgrade here. I'll take it. So this is something that's new to this game. This is the Grapple Lasso. We had the Grapple Beam in the last one, but this is a bit of a different thing. Lock onto a grapple point and cast the nunchuck forward to fire. Motion controls. Pull it back quickly to grapple. This one really does my wrist in sometimes. So what we need to do is, say this is an example here. This door has got like a big thick blast shield on it, and if I scan this, it says, elevator systems online. Direct interaction required to initiate elevator operation. So, oh, it's not what I was thinking. Cool. Well, what do? We pull, twist, insert. I really thought it would make me use the grapple lasso right away, but apparently not. But yeah, it's useful for like wrenching stuff off walls, which is mildly cool. That was a long lift. Cheeky disguise of the loading times there. I don't think this game does that quite so much. Fucking crawl tank straight away, bastardry. There's a couple of space pirates and a couple of crawl tanks in here, so let's just take them out. Where have you gone? There we go. Oh, I didn't give my usual rant that I gave at the beginning of... Aha, here we go. I'll give that rant in a second then. So if we scan this, this is a blast shield. A strong pull should be enough to rip the lock from its brackets. And indeed, so we lock on with Z, then I thrust the nunchuck forward and pull it back quickly to grapple off. And it's surprisingly fun. I think I may have whipped the microphone with some kind of cable there. A lot of stuff to scan here, a lot of dead troopers and various exciting things. So, biosigns negative, target select for numerous energy burns. Energy source, phase on. Oh dear. We got some stuff there which I'm going to interact with in a sec. Here is something we won't be able to interact with for a while, but circuit board damage. Welding repairs necessary to restore door operations. We'll get to welding in about 10 episodes time. Severe blast trauma from energy grenades, not great. Oh no, arrow mines. Right, let's see if we can do these. Boink, spoing, spoing, spoing. Oh, balls. Didn't spoing the top one in time. There we go. With them dead, we can get a bit back here and work out what's going on here. If we scan this thing, vent chamber hatch is locked. Use manual override to open the hatch. And the manual override is behind this. Hinges appear fragile and may break if pulled hard enough. Yoink! Inside it is then... Oh, is that a scan thing? I guess they have a picture of a hand if they're a hand thing, and a picture of not if they're a scan thing. Eliminate enemy presence to restore panel operations. I thought it killed all... Oh, is there more arrow mines around the corner? It'll be something weird like that one to be. Yep, that's what it is. There's quite a few of them, actually. Oh, my... You can't throw me two sets of them at once. That's evil. Let's kill the top one first, I suppose, because they seem to be the ones that are firing. Help! Oh, my God. Well, they're really pushing me back. Bastards. Right, and there we go, and there... I don't know why I'm freaking out. They do, like, 1 damage per hit. Right, that's got to be it done. So let's scan this now. There we go. Nope, not going to do it. Hatch system online. Manual interaction required to... Oh, do I have to put my hand on it as well? God, it does like making you jump through a few things. I also like how many of the armor suit modifications make a difference. Now you got that thing on your hand, which is the grapple lasso. It's quite cool. Anyway, we can curl up into a ball and hop... Not with that attitude, we can't. Hop down here, and we get a little bit of a minigame. So we can lay... Oh, no! Well, I was ejected from the system, apparently. The game says no. So, we use these kind of air vents to our advantage here. There's 2 ways of jumping. You can lay a morph ball bomb underneath you and you'll jump, or what I'm doing here is just flicking the Wii remote up and you can do a jump as well. It's much quicker than laying bombs for a single jump. I say single jump because there's such a thing as a double jump, which I'll get to in a bit. Bombs, useful for that. Oh, this fella's going to start shooting me. Help! There we go. So underneath our health in the top left, you'll notice there are 3 little lines. Those are our bombs. If I press A, they disappear. So those are how many bombs you can lay in any period of time. You've got to wait. You can only really have 3 bombs on the go, and you need to wait for those bombs to come back. But you have infinite ammo. You just don't have infinite timing on them. With that done, we can hop up here and grab... There's a lot of these. A new element for the visualizer, a missile expansion. So this allows us to carry 5 more missiles. We can initially only carry 5, now we can carry 10. There's enough to carry 255 missiles in total, which is real nice. And I will, of course, because it's me, be going through all of them. Right, now we follow this all the way along. We've got a big, serious-looking security door here, which says, blast door is made of pure Jovian steel. Controls are offline, impervious to your weaponry. Well, fuck me, apparently. You got some various things here, which we can just grapple out of the way. And pull that. Oh, even more of them. There we go. You have to do quite a sharp action on the pulling back, otherwise it just won't react properly. You've also got this thing, which is the access to the big control tower, and is shut until all those 3 generators we were shown at the beginning of the level are brought back online. Now, up here is a nice easy energy tank to get. Don't have to put any effort into it at all. It's just there. We'll have that one. Slap it on the visualizer, please, Doctor. And you got these pushy majigs. Come on. Once they retract, go around as quickly as you can, and just then, when you get to the other end, they will shove forward again. And on we go. So if I bring up the map, you will see we're heading towards Generator A at the moment. There's also Generator C and B, but you can only really get to A for now, so we're just going to move on over here. Is that... Oh, no, they're not pirates. Those are... Oh! Good lord. Oh, poor bastards. What I was going to say is they are... troopers rather than pirates, but this is something worthwhile scanning. This is a red blast shield, invulnerable to most weapons, but explosive weapons may damage it, and indeed they do. There we go, and this gets us something new. So, we downloaded the map for this area, and this is bloody handy. So this shows us the entire area, including everything that's not accessible to us at the moment, which is useful to see. So you can see the path to all 3 of these generators. We are, of course, on the linear path to this one. There's also 3 useful sets of scans in here, as in they're all counted towards the logbook. Some information on Hunter Gore, some information on Hunter Rundas, and some information on Hunter Gandrida. I'll talk about those more when they become a bit more relevant. I'll kind of go into details on them. But those, as you can imagine, those 3 hunters are fairly integral to the plot of this game. And it's one of the things I quite like about this game, is it's cool to actually have... Oh. Well, let's clear that with a missile. It's cool to actually have, like, NPCs that do things in this. Like, they walk around or they talk and they're just, like, they're characters. In some ways, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do quite like the sense of isolation that some of the earlier Prime games have, but I like that this one doesn't have that so much. It's a bit of a nice change. Scan these things on the ground. These are jump mines. Anti-personnel unit rises in the air and explodes once engaged. And indeed they do. Whee! So don't go near them when they're doing that. Just shoot them from a distance and you will be fine. Right, time for a lot of nonsense. So, I think there's a new type of pirate here, yes. We've only seen pirate militia so far, but this here is a pirate trooper. Battle ready and vicious, crudely enhanced by Phazon. So it means they're a bit faster and they've got a bit more weaponage going on. I'd want to hold on to missiles for now, because I've not got a huge amount. These little crates and stuff will tend to have missiles in, as will dead enemies be likely to drop them. Yeah, you can do stuff like that hovering in midair that they can only do because of a Phazon jetpack. Aha, there's a little missile expansion. When they're dead, you notice, the ATV comes in. Can we scan it in time? Yes, we can. ATC even. Armored troop carrier. Well, armored troop transport. Forward vent is vulnerable. Well, we'll have to remember that for later. These fellas are... These are an amusing one. So, these are shield pirate militia. Battleship deflects attack, but can be pulled off with the grapple beam. And instead, we can just go yoink. And then they're just down to being a regular pirate militia and just die with a single hit. But they are completely invulnerable when they have the shield up. So... pretty simple to wrap it off. I had my fist in the wrong position there. Heard that one before. And finally, God, it's really throwing us all the different types of pirates at once. These are another new one, which means they deserve a scan. Get back here, you little bastard. This is a pirate aero trooper. Jetpack provides aerial mobility. Homing attacks recommended, which missiles do rather nicely. And that didn't work particularly well because they can still dodge out of the way of a missile, so that wasn't the thing I was hoping for, really. It wasn't as impressive. God, they do lay the beating down a little bit. He says, having taken like 20 damage of my total like 200 and something. They'll always try and dive bomb you when they die, which is problematic sometimes. There we go, I thought this bugger would be back soon. So, this is the ATC, has come back for another shot. Its forward vent is vulnerable, and you want to load into it with missiles whenever you get a chance on it. You can do damage to its side bits, but the real damage is done at the business end, and missiles are your friend.
I just received word that the Federation is allowing all bounty hunters to use ship command device. You should now be able to remotely command your ship and land it here. Don't forget to perform suit maintenance and data backup if you need. Generator A is just through those doors. While you head that way, I'll activate the generator on the west side. Between the two of us, this should be a breeze.
More like should be a freeze, am I right? But yes, it's quite nice there to be saved by definitely not Frozone. So now we have a new visor that we have access to. This is called the Command Visor and is used to tell our ship to do stuff. We can land our ship anywhere that we can scan with that. It is one of the things I very much enjoy with this game, is the fact that the ship really does function. For those who don't know, basically in the other Metroid Prime games, the ship is literally just, you land on the planet with it and it stays there as a static save point for the entire game and doesn't move at all. Here you can move it, there's actually a lot more you can do with it, we haven't got to it yet, and as you can see you can go between like ships and planets with it and stuff like that. The way the world map works is very different in this game compared to the other Metroid Prime ones, and I think it's a welcome change. It's certainly very different, and as I've been saying, I'm going to continue to say, a lot more high budget. Anyway, this way has opened up through now, and we are nearly at the generator. Shit scared at me by a crawl mine. Like, at this point, as you're noticing, most of the enemies aren't really doing much damage or anything. I probably could have played this on veteran, but I didn't. Beep, boop, beep, and yoink. It's all about the swift movement on the wrist there without punching yourself in the face. It's a surprisingly difficult balance to strike. Right, those guys have fucked off into the air and blown up the generator. Handy! I really thought something happened here. Yeah, there we go. So, these things are bloody annoying to scan is what they are. So, get the fuck back here, you. Come on, you little shit. There we go. So, this is a Space Pirate Jolly Roger drone. Fast and aerial drone. Fires burst of phazon energy. God, what if the pirate tech doesn't involve phazon? They're really going hard on it. You will notice, if you look at the heads-up display in the top left, that is the useful thing for finding out how to fight these drones. You can't target them while they're moving. You can only target them when they're stopped, but you can use that to see where they're going to be and track them more easily than visible, and just wait until, there you go, that one's still spinning, and it's stopped there, and spoink. Brilliant. And you're rewarded for your efforts with 3 more drones. You can kind of blind fire at them here without targeting, but it's not the easiest to do. Well, it's easy enough to do, it just doesn't work. So it's not easy, it's easy, it just... Well, it's hard to get it to work, I suppose, was the point I was going for. Anyway, let's take out this last one. There we go. And spoing. No, I said spoing. There we go. So with those drones out of the way, the platform there raises... No, it does lower, I was right. And reveals behind it some wreckage that can be destroyed with a missile, and a little one of these things. Motion controls, everyone's favourites. I held the Wii remote too close to my body anyway, so I can never do the pull back particularly quickly. I just have to do it slowly, because otherwise I just poke myself in the chest, which isn't particularly fun. So that has revealed the way to actually fire the generator up again, so we just go over here and slap our hand on the display.
Samus, are you reading me? Something big is happening up here. What in the name of... Samus is heading right at you. That's why the pirates disabled the defense system. They intend to smash this thing into Norion. Get that cannon back online, or everyone down there is as good as dead.
Wow, that was new. A lot of things happened there, but over here is a Federation PED Marine. Advanced armor suit is equipped with a phase-on enhancement device. Oh, we're using it as well. Oh, good. That's encouraging to hear. But yes, you'll have noticed, I'm not sure you can see it from down... Oh, good. Look over there. It's an old friend. Knew it wouldn't be long before that bastard turned up. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll get to see more of him before too long. But yes, there's a thing coming towards the planet, and I really like the design on them. They look very kind of squiddy. They remind me in a way of the Reapers from Mass Effect, which I think this was after? Ah, a new type of pirate. Excellent. Oh, we just got him before he died. Shield Pirate Trooper. Last time I think we saw a Shield Assault Trooper or something. So that counts as a new one. But we got these various PED pirates. PED pirates? Pirates bad. PED Marines going around. I forgot about the jump mines. Ball sack. Oh, and there's crawl mines. God, there's really everything here. Oh, 100 kills. Nice. Yeah, there's various achievements in the game that you'll notice we get. And we're getting those little tokens. We got, basically, those were always in Corruption. And then they added them in the Prime Trilogy versions. They added those little token things that you get for doing various things into the other two games, but they're a bit more present in here. Because, of course, we're seeing, like, the full normal version of, basically, the other two games we've technically been playing... Oh, wait for those to close. We've been playing remakes of, whereas... Or, like, remasters, whereas here we're just playing the original version of it. I think the Trilogy version is a slightly more stable frame rate, and it is... I'm allegedly recording this at 1080p, but this is heavily upscaled anyway, so I think I'll probably edit it only at 720 anyway, because there's no real benefit to that bigger one, other than bigger file sizes, and longer renders and longer uploads, which I'm not sure I can be arsed with. Well, that was pretty cool. So, this is Gore. We've scanned him already, but he's capable of merging into his cybernetic body into larger mechanisms. And indeed, that's exactly what he's done.
This one has finished following us. Go on ahead. I will stay here and protect the area. Proceed quickly to Generator C.
And reactivate the defense system before we're all vaporized. Go on, get out of here.
He sounds so much angrier when he's plugged into his big scary suit. Anyway, we've got something new up ahead here. This is a blast shield that's invulnerable to weapons fire. Destroy the power links to have it removed. That's not what I thought it was. What am I looking for? I remember what I'm looking for. Excellent. So yes, in order to get through here, we have to open the way to its jet to rip its four things off the wall. Oh, good. A massive bomb of Phazon is heading towards the planet. That's only going to end well, isn't it? Oh, that guy's got a shield, so they can... Oh, they're a bit dead anyway. This is what I was looking for, because this is the thing to remember to scan. This is a white blast shield. Alloy is weak to extreme cold, and we'll deal with that much, much later. But for now, just, you know, remember that it's there. Over here, this is basically a very similar area to the one we were just in. Oh, that's a Jolly Roger. That's a brilliant name, actually. Because they're pirates! Oh, because that's the Skull and Crossbones flag. How would I never realize that before? I am not a smart man sometimes. Oh, hello. Oh, my goodness. Is there anything worth doing getting through here? Nope, that's just a complete blind alley on this one. Ah, crawl mines. Oh, my goodness. I really was not prepared for that at all. What is over here? Hey, wait a minute. Is this just back where I came from? This is just back where I came from. I just avoided falling down it. I guess I need to go back the other way. There must be a Morph Ball tunnel or something I've missed. What can I do? Is there anything I can... Oh, I could just... I'll be honest, I'm bamboozled. This does happen. Yeah, I feel like I want to be on the other side of that. Or maybe this isn't where I just was. Wasn't where I just was. Good one. Brilliant. Well, things are still happening, and there's still bloody things here, so that's got to be a good sign. I know, I am exactly where I need to be. Oh, no, now I can... Wait, what? I am constantly baffled. There we go. Oh, what? There's a morph hole here. I knew there was something somewhere. But this isn't where I expected this to lead. Oh, and this is going to lead behind that blast shield. Oh, my knowledge of this game is definitely very good, and I know exactly what I'm doing, and therefore I make a good and entertaining and useful guide. Always the case.
The meteor will enter the planet's atmosphere soon. There is no time to lose, Samus.
I don't know why they build any kind of structure like this, but I'm not complaining about its existence. Oh my goodness, I'd forgotten that happened. So, the dinosaur man from earlier is lasering us. Fans of the Metroid Prime series or who've watched my Metroid Prime Let's Play will know exactly what this is. He clamps on like that, and when he does, you want to loose as many Morph Ball bombs into his gob as you can. Obviously, as you can see, he's clamped on with the left and right hand, so I can't really move. You just got to get away. Get away from his laser, and there's your moment to scooch past. Yes, we fought him. Actually, we just saw him once in Metroid Prime. We fought him at the end. He survived! Bugger. Being lasered by a load of massive Chozo artifacts, apparently. But hopefully not for that much longer. And chomp. Oh, he chomped real quick there. There we go. There we go, that way. Yeah, as ever with these games, I'm really not sure why places, especially places that aren't Chozo worlds like this, why they just have, like, I suppose they're just general, like, power conduit rails or something like that, but, like, this seems like an elaborate system that happens to be perfectly Morph Ball sized. Either way. Here we have, well...
Samus, I was able to get Generator B back online. If you need any help. Here they come again.
Right, so we actually got here a quick save station, which I recommend using, because they're definitely not about to throw us any kind of boss. Hint, hint. Generally, I'd say whenever the game gives you save stations, do use them. Note that save stations don't restore your ammunition, only your ship does that, and that is important to note. Bugger, get away from me. Oh, one of these again, the Simon Says doors. Except it's not Simon Says, you've just got to shoot the lights as they appear. Oh my god, did I cock it up? No, I didn't. I just had to do an even more complicated series. And forward, and rip. There we go.
Space Pirate Grey is definitely not my style. Machines aren't my thing either, so I'll let you get this generator back online. Thanks, Sammy.
Well, yes, we knew already from last episode that Gendroida was a shapeshifter, but that just shows it a bit more clearly, I suppose. Pull, twist, and push. The pull, as I say, is really slow. I just need to remember when I'm approaching them to put my rope forward, because I have it quite close to my chest anyway, and then I just haven't got the wiggle room to actually do it.
Samus, our efforts to slow the meteor have failed. You must hurry.
So unlike the last one, this one gets stuck in the ceiling, and you have to... Oh, do I need to use a bomb to activate that? Jet, yes. And so you have to do a series of bizarre Morph Ball trials in order to activate it. So, are people enjoying... At this point, are people enjoying the series so far? I'm sure people will have commented on the first episode, and as ever, I kind of want to make this clear. I should have said this in the first episode, but I never do. I'm not very good at remembering to respond to comments, and I'm especially quite busy at the moment because I'm in the process of moving house and city. Turns out when you've been in the same place for 3 years, you can build up quite a lot of crap, and probably more than a van load, so moving it up to about 2 hours north is proving a bit of a problem, but it'll be fine. Oh, balls. But yes, I want to remind people that even if I don't respond to a comment, or take a while to respond to it, be assured that I read every comment. They go to my phone, and as soon as I get them, I will always read them, so don't worry if it seems like I've ignored you. I will definitely have read your comment, and I will try to respond, but I'm aware I am not the best with it. I've missed a bomb slot somewhere, because otherwise that should have been complete. I guess I need to ride this all the way to the top. Well, it doesn't go to the top, so that's not going to happen. I guess there's another way that I've not gone yet. Oh, balls. Is it up to the left here? It is up to the left here. Let's activate this bomb slot. Right, now I just need to get back to where I was. Oh no, help, help, there we go. Yeah, you notice these fire bits, kind of jets, launch you up, and if they're not there, you get electrocuted. Can you fuck off, drone? I assumed that drone knew when I said it was a pirate drone, but I'm thinking it actually might not be. It might just be a general security thing that's here to protect the generator, which, good job it did. Didn't fucking fight off the pirates, but is fighting off me, which makes me think it probably isn't a defense drone, but is in fact a pirate nonsense machine, to use the technical term. And this final bit is quite fun though. Woohoo! Up we go, and we can, from up here, activate the generator. Now begins a particularly cool boss fight. I can move around and just need to make sure I don't hit the walls of the tunnel, and we can scan our adversary up ahead. This is Meta-Ridley. Durable armor skin, protects body, fires plasma attacks from the mouth. We got a timer at the bottom. If that timer runs out, we hit the bottom of this impossibly long generator, 16 kilometers. But that is quite unlikely to happen. When he opens his mouth, that is your target there. You need to just fire as much just standard plasma beam into it as you can. You can't really target him at all, nor should you particularly need to. Do it enough and you'll dislodge him down. He'll then grip on again and try and slow himself down. You can move to dodge both his attacks and try and dodge the walls of the thing, because you will kind of slide through. Once you do him enough damage, as is always the case, he'll change form. His only real attack at this point is just to try and laser you. Apparently he's got a mouth laser, that's a thing. Actually, in fact, he's always had that. And you hear a cool version of his theme tune, which I'll let play. Oh, I'm not going to let it play because we are at a transformation point. So now he's grabbed us. We need to shoot him in the mouth at this point. Our camera does go a little bit shaky and we obviously can't move so much. You can kind of dodge left and right vaguely, but there's his hand is his weak spot there, and then his mouth is where you actually, like, do him damage. So a quick charge on there and a few fast shots should do it. And then again his mouth will open up, and then it'll be his left hand again. Oh, he's going to backhand me, little bastard, pimp slapping me. And then in the gob once again, and we've done a good bit of damage in there, and he drops us, and now he is above us. I just think this is a really cool, this is what, again, file under Metroid Prime 3 has a much better budget than a lot of the other ones. This is just a really, dynamic boss fight that's just different. It's like everything in the other games, don't get me wrong, the other two games are both fantastic, but it all, especially Echoes, does feel a little on the samey side, whereas this has a lot of like stuff like this. Yes, some people call it gimmicks, and it kind of is, but it's cool to see stuff that's just high budget that they just wouldn't have been able to particularly do in the earlier Metroid Prime games. And also, I'm a Lord of the Rings nerd, and this massively reminds me of Gandalf's like fight with the Balrog going down into the pit under Khazad Dûm, which is particularly cool for me. And it's just, it is nice that it not only looks really cool, but just changes it up a bit, both within the boss fight and also just generally. It's not just the same thing of target, wait for your attack, and make it. You actually have a bit of. It's an interesting one because you actually just do a lot of damage to him. Really, like you are constantly firing on him, and it's just about It's more the time pressure, really. Like, and we've fallen from 16 kilometers down to 8 kilometers, so we are halfway down, but we've got his health much more than halfway down. This is an impossibly long shaft. Like, this has got to be, like, Darth Sidious falling down it level shafts. Oh, spoilers if no one's watched Return of the Jedi from 1983. Or was it 85? I don't know. But either way, you should have seen that film by now, so that's not a spoiler. But yes, it does just seem that sci-fi really does love impossibly long, like, shafts and corridors. Like, the fact that you can freefall for 16 kilometers, that's actually kind of horrifying. As if you imagine, like, falling for that long. How fast are we falling? I think we're actually falling slightly slower than I would expect. Having a look at it, we seem to be falling at about 40 meters per second, which is actually not that fast to say we're a human in full combat armor. And he's a massive dragon, though. Of course, he can fly and slow himself down that way, I suppose. But yeah, I'd expect us to be falling a little faster. But we should be able to get in before he goes on to grabby phase again. If I wait for him to open his gob there. Yes, brilliant. We've got him on the ropes now. A few more shots, and he should be down.
That was a little too hot for my liking. Well done, Samus. But now you owe me one. I already took care of Generator B, so I'll leave it to you to get this final generator back online. With that, we can activate the cannon. When you're done, head to the control room. I'll meet you there.
Thank you, Frozone, for saving our ass once again. With that done, the generator is actually technically back online, so we can just scan it. Well, activate it.
Attention all personnel. Meteor impact will occur in 4 minutes.
I don't know how accurate that timer is, as in whether it's using real-time units, but certainly...
Samus, all efforts to stop the meet now that the defense system is back online. Non-essential personnel begin evacuation. Report to designated evacuation center. Samus, all efforts to stop the meteor have failed. Now that the defense system is back online, it remains our last chance to stop the meteor. You must get to the control tower and fire the defense cannon. We are uploading the location of the control tower to you now.
I think I already knew where the control tower was, but hey, nice to have anyway. Yeah, it's kind of horrifying seeing the meteor in the air like that. It does look very scary, like streaking down towards us. Either way, we're just backtracking through areas, so I will cut back to the docking bay. Cargo bay, even. So, back in here, we can now see there's this, well, there's that room to the right, left that goes to the other generator, but we don't really want to go through there for now, because we can't, actually, which is a good reason to not want to do it. This door that was closed earlier, now all 3 generators back online, will open to us. I think that timer might actually be real time. Oh, that's horrifying.
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
The meteor is a...
Scan these 2 now, because you won't get another chance to do so. Gandrida, metamorphic bioform, able to mimic numerous enemy units in battle, and... Hunter Rundas, or Frozone, possesses the ability to generate and manipulate ice.
Make it to the top in time. We can kiss this planet goodbye.
Hey, relax. We're the good guys. Justice will prevail and all that stuff. Right, Samus?
Here, let's do this.